My name is Michelle Blackwood from Healthier Steps, and today I am so excited because I have a new recipe to share with you. It's my peach banana bread recipe, guys. And you know, with it's summer and we have all these juicy ripe peaches. What better way to taste the flavors of peach than in this bread? So come along with me as I share with you how I make my bread. And guess what? It's vegan and it's gluten-free and it's delicious. Okay, to start, first I'm going to make sure you're using ripe bananas. See, they're very ripe, they're speckled. Make sure that's the kind that you need for your banana bread. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just mash them with a fork. So that's it. I'm going to mash it. That's it. And then I'm going to, once I mash them with the fork, then I'm just going to put them aside. And we'll proceed. And you know, a lot of folks, they're afraid of doing gluten-free recipes and baking without eggs. But if you get to practice baking without eggs, you realize that most times you don't need it. You don't need it. Your bread will bind because there's so many binders that are alternative binders out there. And mashed banana is one of them. So I'm gonna share with you another binder that can be used. So I'm gonna put it aside for now. And what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna get the liquid ingredients together. So I'm using almond milk, and you can use whatever non-dairy milk that you would prefer, because if you're allergic to nuts, then you might want to use like oat milk or soy milk or whatever, or rice milk. Next, I'm gonna add my oil, and I'm using coconut oil. And likewise, you can use any neutral oil that you prefer to use. So, and I like to use the oil because it adds some moisture to my bread, even though the banana will. If you want to use an alternative, applesauce is a great alternative to use, but I did not experiment with it, so I'm not gonna share a recipe with it today. And I'm gonna add some vanilla. And one other ingredient that I'm gonna add is ground flax seed. This is the brown kind. There's also the golden or yellow ground flax seed, and you can either buy it in the store, you can buy it already grounded, or you can do it yourself in a high-speed blender or a spice, one of those spice grinders. And what I'm going to do, this is going to act as the egg. As the ground flaxseed sits in the liquid, it thickens and it's like mucilaginous, so it gets thick and eggy, and that's what we do to replace our eggs. And it's a great binder. And if you cannot have ground flaxseed, like for instance women who are, you know, they're estrogen dominant, they have problems with estrogen, then you can substitute with chia seed. So I'm gonna put this aside for now. So that's all my liquid ingredients. And normally I would put this aside for like 5 minutes, but because of we're just being quick, I'm gonna go ahead and add my dry ingredients. So that's it, guys. You basically add your liquid, you set it aside, you could then put a separate bowl and add your dry and mix them well, then put them together. And then you fold in your peaches and your bananas. But for the sake of time, I'm just gonna go ahead and add my dry ingredients right there. I like to add the salt because I want to make sure that it's evenly distributed. So I'm adding my salt, and see. And next I'm going to add my flour, and for my flour I'm using an all-purpose gluten-free flour, and I'm using the Pillsbury brand. So I'm just going to stir my flour. Put this out the way, and I'm stirring my flour. And don't mind that right now it looks thick, but remember, you're gonna add banana, and you're gonna add also, now I'm gonna add sweetener. And the sweetener choice I'm going to use today is coconut sugar. And I'm going to add some baking powder. I'm just going to mix them and just mix them. Okay, and then I'm going to add my banana. Okay, so now I'm mixing my flour in and it's almost completely mixed. And guys, if you notice, you don't have to worry about over mixing when you're doing gluten-free because there's no dough that's being developed. It's gluten-free, you know. So I'm just making sure I get all the lumps out, and there we go. It's almost complete. Once it's complete, see the texture is more like a batter, thick batter, because I like my batter being thick so that when it bakes, it's not, you know, it's not too wet or too moist. And then remember, there's still moisture in the peaches, so I like the texture that how it looks right here. So next I'm going to add my peaches that I have, you know, diced. I'm just gonna add my peaches and I'm gonna just fold the peaches in. I'm just gonna fold. See, perfect texture. Perfect. And that's it guys. And then what I'm gonna do is put it in my baking pan, and my oven is already preheated, and so I'm going to just add it. And I like to line my baking pans with parchment paper, and then I spray them to make sure they don't stick, and then I leave the handles, so when I'm taking out, I can just pull up like this when I'm taking out, removing my bread, my finished bread. So here we go. So I'm just gonna add it smells so good, so yummy. It's not even in the oven as yet, and it's already smelling so good. And then I'm just gonna smooth the top out. Just gonna smooth the top, and then that's it, guys. I'm gonna bake it, and we'll come back and I'll show you the final look of the bread. And I'm just smoothing the top out, and then I'm gonna bake it until when I insert a fork or toothpick in the center, it comes out clean. So that's it, guys. My peach banana bread. Hi guys, so our bread is ready and it looks amazing and moist. And I'm going to take it out and show you how. I love to use parchment paper because it comes out so easily. And here I go. That's the bread. Look at it. Very gorgeous. And I'm going to slice a piece so you can see. Just put it up a little bit closer. There you go. Perfect. I'm going to do another slice. Here, look at that. Moist. Perfect. We'll take a piece and taste it. So delicious, so delicious. You gotta try this peach banana bread.